field. Beautiful adjustment. Jontre Kirkland, come on now.
Interesting, Keyshawn. What'd you think?
Nice grab.
Yeah.
I mean, you can certainly see he got on top of the dude. Nice concentration. Caught it with his hands. Didn't drop it when he hit the ground. I mean, he didn't get pushed too far to the sideline, right? Imaginary red line. All of those sort of things.
Yep.
Caught it with his hands.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he caught it with his hands.
I looked up Jontre Kirkland last night. Keyshawn, he played for LSU's national championship team, and I'm thinking, I don't remember him. That's because it was Joe Burrow throwing it to Jamar Chase and that other guy, what's that guy's name? Justin Jefferson? Wow, so they got two of those guys?
Terrence Marshall.
Yeah, Terrence Marshall was on that team.
Randy Moss's son.
He was.
Running back Clyde Lair.
Yeah.
But this kid been in some NFL camps. He's with the Cardinals in 22 and the Saints in 23. So you can tell that they're trying to – he's got something. They're just trying to figure it out.
He caught 2 balls that year from Joe Burrow for 75 yards.
That looked like an NFL catch to me.
No, it is. It's an NFL catch, but is that an NFL DB? You know, that's kind of...
Looked like NFL speed to me.
Speaking of the DB, this is my pet peeve about all of football. If the DB can just turn and find the football in the air, he's going to either catch it or knock it down, and they can't. But they can't.
No, if you turn and you misjudge the situation, that guy's going to separate from you.
Okay.
That's why you always taught to just, when you're running as a receiver, to keep your shoulders square and use your head, because as soon as you turn, it slows you down.
Okay.
So he doesn't want to do that.
Like when the receiver's running and he does this and the
It's
ball...
going to slow him down.
Is that like a pump fake?
No.
No,
it's only when you run a double move you do that. You do the head movement.
The great ones could turn and find the football.
Yeah, but
the Deions, the Reeveses.
But the arm bar allows you to get a feel for a guy. If you turn your head, you can kind of get a feel for where he's at. But another thing, Skip, when that thing is in the air, it's no fun.
Well,
DBs don't like that.
You're just running blind. You're running fear.
With that ball in the air, when that ball in the air, though, you swear it ain't never coming down.
Yeah.
Even for receivers, it's one of the worst things. That's why Randy Moss was so good, because he could track the ball. And when you're tracking the ball and it's in the air for so long, you can only imagine what's going through your mind, Paul. Please, please. I hope I just don't drop this.
The DB plays this pretty well. He's pretty where he's supposed to be. You just have to find the football.
But if he turns his head right there, Skip,
and
if
the football almost hits him in the helmet.
I understand that, but if he turns his head and that ball isn't underthrown, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. You gotta play it right. He played it right. He's just better catch, better throw, and better coverage.
All right. Let's get back to the National Basketball Association. The Thunder survived a frantic fourth quarter last night in OKC. A lot of tenacious defense and a whole lot of game one jitters on both sides. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, MVP candidate, hit what proved to be the game winner after getting bumped into an and-one by C.J. McCollum. Then C.J. missed an open look up and under three to win it at the buzzer. So, Paul, scale of 1 to 10, how impressive was the youngest #1 seed in NBA playoff history?
About a 5.
Yeah.
You know, because they had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter, and I expected them to put it away. For the simple fact they allowed a Zion-less Pelican team to come back and then take the lead by 2 was like they didn't close the deal. But this comes with learning how to play in the playoffs.
Yep.
You know, it was definitely a great learning experience because they won. You know, when you have a team on the ropes in the fourth quarter, 10 points, you're supposed to put them away. You don't allow a team to come back. But this, like I said, it was a good learning experience for them to not only give up the lead, but to go down and then reclaim the lead and win. So it was a great win. But from a #1 seed, from an MVP caliber player who probably, I'm not upset if he wins the MVP. They got to learn how to close games. But to their credit, this is their first playoff run. And so, you know, they checked a lot of boxes. How do they play in a tight situation? Check. They showed me they can close the game.
They have been doing that all year.
So they've been doing that. So they checked a few boxes there in just the first game, especially from an inexperienced playoff team. You know, they got a closer in Shai. So they have all the tools. I like what Chet brings, Holmgren. I like what he brings to the table. But I expected them to kind of blow the Pelicans out without Zion, especially up 10. So that's why I gave them a 5. But other than that, it was a great win for them.
No, I give them a little bit higher. I give them probably an 8 because of everything, literally what Paul was talking about. The fact that this is your first rodeo, you're young, you don't even know what this is all about, and then you go out there, you give up a lead, then you come back and you close it out, and your superstar closes it out.
He did.
He didn't. Usually a young guy like this has to go through growing pains.
Yeah.
Where they give you the ball, you do it, and then you miss, and then everybody go, oh, he's still young, man, he missed a shot. But that didn't happen. He got an and one late in the game. Yeah. He finished the deal and closed it out there. Now, one of the things that they've got to do if they want to win this series is you got to keep, how do you say it, Valanciunas off the boards. Yeah. And then Chet, I mean, he's a little skinny sucker, so at the end of the day, that's going to be hard. That big old dude down there bouncing him around, there's really nothing you can do, but they got to try to figure out how to keep him off the boards. He had 20 rebounds last night, or whatever night it was.
20 rebounds.
Yeah,
20.
It was last night.
Last night, yeah. 20 boards. So many games over the last weekend, Skip, they all run together.
With you. He had 9 offensive rebounds because he was just playing volleyball with Chet. And Chet has ability because he's got quick spring, he's a quick jumper, and he had 5 blocks. But
he's a pretzel stick.
He just has no man body whatsoever.
Pretzel stick.
No.
And so Valanciunas is just like screaming for the ball. Just give me the ball and get out of the way. And he is bulldozing poor little Chet. Chet can block his shot. Chet can bother his shot. And by the way, Chet had one big block with about a minute left.
He knocked down a 3, too, that was deep.
He'll make those threes. He can make clutch threes, too. Here's Chet's block on Larry Nance Jr. He thought he had it, up and under. Nope, you're not coming in here. So he is 7 feet, and he can jump for 7 feet.
Jump
he gets
long?
up. Yeah, he is long and quick jump. Okay, so the point is, I don't know what you can't grow muscles, like what are you going to do? I don't know. You can't say, well, I'll get stronger by game 2. Yeah. I don't know how you do that. They help. They play some zone. They try to drop back and collapse on Valanciunas. But when the Lakers play the Pelicans look little to me, right? So they just they just dwarf them. So the point is, Herb Jones, who also struggles against the Lakers, he did a really good job on Shai. He gives him problems because he can defend at a high level. So Shai shoots 11 of 24, which isn't very good. He missed all 3 of his threes in the fourth quarter. But to your point, when it was time, he gets that and one because CJ hammered him. And that was basically it. Chet missed 1 free throw but made the second one. It gave him a little bit of cushion, but it's still, here's the Shai play. Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah, but
coming from inexperience, coming from not being in these situations,
the moment wasn't too big.
The moment wasn't too big. He just has that type of demeanor, though.
He does.
He doesn't get too high. He's not a guy that you just gets overly excited or overly down. And I think that's the type of leader that you need sometimes. He doesn't seem like he's rattled. He's making play after play, and he's doing it against a team who has a lot more experience than them. This team, CJ's been to the playoffs. Valanciunas been to the playoffs. These guys have experience and understand what it takes to play and the intensity you need night in and night out. And for him to come down and make huge baskets, I was just a little disappointed they didn't get more out of Gordon Hayward, a guy who's a veteran in the league. Yep. And I thought that trade would help elevate them. And I thought it helped elevate them to the #1 seed because you got a veteran presence in the locker room, a guy who's been in deep playoff runs.
He played 9 minutes in the fourth quarter and didn't even take a shot.
Didn't take a shot. So I thought it'd give him a little more. So moving forward, they're going to need a lot more production out of their bench. I believe somebody who, when you look, it's like who's their guy? Is it Isaiah Joe? He gets the most minutes.
Or a 3-point sniper.
Or Aaron Wiggins. I mean, who's going to be the guy off the bench that they can lean on? When one of the starters.
About 5 of them.
Yeah, I mean, so who's going to be that guy night in and night out? It's going to be a different guy by committee, but who's going to be that guy that can give them something consistent that they can lean on as they get deeper in the
Yeah.
playoffs if they advance past this first round.
Yeah. So you guys, I'll give you a chuckle here. Their big new deal there is they bark like dogs because they got that dog in them. So the players bark at each other, and now the fans are all, woof, 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 woof. You know, they're all barking all through the game at the team.
I like that. I like that.
I do too, because I do think they have puppy in them. Maybe not dog, but they got puppy in them, and it's starting to grow into big dog.
We'll see. I mean, they secured the #1 seed, youngest ever. They got to have some type of dog.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. They had a dog fight with a team that didn't have their superstar player.
Yeah.
And if Brandon Ingram has any bit of the game he's supposed to have,
pretty terrible.
They lose this game.
Yeah.
Because Brandon Ingram's been an all-star who shot 5 for 17. If he just plays decent, they win.
Yeah.
So, because I can expect Valanciunas to continue to have these type of games, like big double-doubles.
Yeah.
Maybe not 20 rebounds, but he can get you 13 and 15 rebounds every night in this series.
Yeah.
C.J. McCollum, I expect him to shoot better. 2 for 9 from 3. He's a better three-point shooter than that.
He is.
So they're going to have to come with their A game a little bit better for them to win the next game, OKC.
Yeah. Remember, Oklahoma City led the NBA in three-point shooting as a team, and they only shot 31%, which was it's game one. They're doing this, man. They haven't done this.
Figure it out.
Yeah. So I think they're going to beat the Pelicans in round one, and then we'll see, because then it will get real.